Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. Belfast is celebrating a historic milestone this year.
Our David Ledford spoke with community members about the many changes the city has seen over the years.
We got this beautiful model back, and it's the Charlotte W. White. We got this wonderful painting of the sardine plant. This is the 1864 flag quilt.
Belfast is turning 250 this year. In recognition of the landmark occasion, some are looking back on the legacy of the city, which includes being home to the oldest shoe store in the country.
Over 190 years of business, established in 1832. Our first location was up around the corner, and then in 1905 we started doing business here. We've had to adapt to all the changes in Belfast. The community really supports our downtown, and that's why it's so vibrant.
Megan Panett, curator of the Belfast Historical Society and Museum, says that this year's celebration is a time to remember how far the city has come since its incorporation as a town in 1773.
Belfast moved from the age of sail to the age of steam to having a railroad, and after World War II, we did become the broiler capital of New England. We had 2 poultry processing plants here in town, which employed, hundreds of people.
Panett says that the shutdown of the plants more than 30 years ago was initially devastating to the community. But as one door closes, another opens. The city has gone through several stages in its lifetime, and now some members of the community say it's a tourist destination year-round.
Belfast is a totally different community at this time. Now we're a real arts community. We've got a very active library. We've got very active social and music scenes. And, we have transformed from those days.
The Belfast Historical Society and Museum will be celebrating the anniversary of the city on the 21st of next month, with an event at City Hall.
You can come to Belfast and the entire downtown is open 365 days a year. It's not a seasonal place. This is a full-time downtown.
In Belfast, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A downtown that we were fortunate to see earlier today. In other news tonight, more than a dozen agencies raced to the scene of a structure fire in Hancock today. That fire damaged one home and threatened other structures. According to the Hancock Fire Department, the call came in around 2:45 this afternoon for a fire at a residence on West Shore Road. They say the first arriving units found the residents already 50% involved in fire, with strong winds coming off the water, making for more challenges. Those winds actually spread embers, creating multiple spot fires in the nearby woods and came close to other structures nearby. There was an outbuilding about 20 feet away, as well as another residence. There were also 2 propane tanks against the burning structure. Luckily, all were untouched. There were also no injuries, and the home was unoccupied at the time. 14 different agencies converged to fight that fire, including Hancock, Lemoyne, Trenton, Franklin, Sullivan, Gouldsboro, Ellsworth, and the Maine Forest Service, to name a few. No word right now on what started that fire.
The Kennebec County grand jury indicted a Gardner man accused of assaulting a 91-year-old relative. 59-year-old David Deneen was arrested earlier this month. According to Lieutenant Chris Reed with the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office, they launched an investigation after receiving a report of elder abuse in April. Deneen was indicted on numerous charges, including endangering the welfare of a dependent person, domestic violence assault, and domestic violence criminal threatening.
A Stonington man accused of setting his home on fire made his first court appearance this afternoon. 33-year-old George Senamond is charged with arson. Firefighters were called to 31 School Street in Stonington just after 11 o'clock Wednesday morning. According to court records, Senamond's mother told investigators he had allegedly broken windows out of the house because of mental health issues. Investigators determined the fire started in the dining room and was intentionally set. Court records indicate Senamond had allegedly told people he was thinking about burning the house. His bail was set at $50,000 cash.
A Millinocket man faces charges following a months-long investigation into suspected drug trafficking. 50-year-old Wayne Cody was arrested Thursday. The East Millinocket Police Department conducted a search at a residence on Cedar Street. They say they found evidence consistent with drug trafficking and drug use. They also seized a large amount of suspected illegal drugs. Cody is charged with unlawful trafficking in scheduled drugs, multiple counts of unlawful possession of drugs, and violation of bail. Authorities say the investigation remains ongoing and more arrests are likely.
A Maine principal is reportedly resigning for what he says are health issues after a district employee filed a protection from harassment order against him. The Press-Herald reports a woman who worked with Marshwood Middle School principal David Creech alleges he contacted her frequently outside of work, sent her an inappropriate music video, and reportedly became, quote, so obsessed with her that he repeatedly told her he loved her and visited her house with massage gift certificates. According to Creech's resignation letter, however, he's leaving due to health matters, and he says the allegations are, quote, factually bankrupt. The district's superintendent said that Creech will not be returning to the school.
4 kids made it out of a house fire safely this morning. Around 8:35 a.m., the Lincoln Fire Department responded to a home on Edward Street for reports of a home filling with smoke. Lincoln Fire Captain Jake Hammond says 4 children were reportedly home unsupervised when they noticed smoke and quickly called their parent, that parent calling 911 immediately. Captain Hammond says when firefighters arrived, they discovered a fire in the walls of the basement. The fire reportedly spread into the floorboards, and that required firefighters to use a chainsaw to get under the floor and extinguish those flames.
Calling early is really important to us. Another 10, 15, 20 minutes and we would have been dealing with a whole other ball game here. Kids that were home called their parents first and their parents decided to call 911. Call early if you think something's going wrong because seconds matter for us.
The fire remains under investigation by the State Fire Marshal's office.
7th graders at All Saints Catholic School released nearly 200 Atlantic salmon into the Kenduskeag Stream this afternoon. Kids who participated in the project raised the salmon from infancy to their fry stage, which is typically between 5 and 10 weeks old. They would also draw stages of the fish based on their size and record the temperature of the Kenduskeag Stream over a period of about a month. All Saints Catholic School science teacher Vanessa Raymeyer says she's glad she was able to involve her students in a special initiative like this.
I think what most excites me with the students is that they know they have a part and that they can make a difference in the environment and the world around them, and that something like this, I hope they remember it for a long time.
Well, according to Raymeyer, she says Atlantic salmon are an endangered species with only 1% of the population coming back to Maine after they are born.
Some state lawmakers are backing a bill that would pay licensed lobstermen to test out new technology. Asia Reed has more.
I think if we was hurting whales, we would be one of the first people figuring out how to stop it.
Lobsterman Greg Turner says he supports the bill, but what it boils down to is if the innovative gear could actually work for them. The proposal would set aside $1 million for the next 2 fiscal years.
Before we spend millions and millions of dollars figuring out how to stop them from getting entangled, we first should figure out if they're even here.
Turner doesn't believe there are issues with whales anywhere off the coast of Maine.
We don't believe there's any whales, so if you could identify that there is no whales, you wouldn't have to keep going.
The Department of Maine Resources says they're backing the bill and say innovative technology could be a solution to minimizing interactions between lobster gear and right whales.
A lot of people are going to be out of business.
We spoke with a lobsterman of more than 20 years who said he didn't want his face on camera, but he's testing out this newer breakaway gear and says it's not practical. He says he knows other lobstermen that have actually been injured by it. He says gear like this would also get stuck in the ocean.
People can't get their gear back. Now you have all that gear on the bottom. It's staying there.
He says some of the other newer gear he's seen wouldn't work for most small lobster companies.
To stay on top of your gear, you got to be real good.
He's skeptical of what kinds of technology they may have to use and the practicality of it in the long run. Some lobstermen are fighting against new regulations and say they could go out of business.
You think about all the people and all the businesses that run off lobsters, and then you think of all the tourism people that come here to eat lobsters.
And again, that was Asia Reed reporting.
Yeah, certainly an ongoing issue, though they did receive kind of a break, if you want to call it that, back in the fall with the provisions built into the omnibus spending bill, at least exacting that 6-year pause so they can do more research, figure out what, if any, alternative technologies are needed, testing those technologies, and also giving them more time to gather the most current possible data on the presence of right whales or lack thereof in the Gulf of Maine. Right, and it's going to be a long process, but definitely will be interesting to follow that and see all those results. Absolutely. Yeah. Alrighty, folks, we're taking a look outside. Let's do just that and get a first look at our forecast.
Hey, Beth, thank you. Happy Friday. Your first weather is brought to you by Priority Auto Body, 26 Summer Street in Dover, Foxcroft. Let's talk about temperatures because they were a thing today, right? 70 in Millinocket. Meanwhile, only 55 in Bar Harbor. So a wide range across our area today. Tomorrow, same thing, although tomorrow a lot more cloud cover and then rain showers arrive later on tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so out there now we've had a gorgeous day, right? There were some clouds, yes, okay, got it. But overall, the clouds will be increasing tonight, and then by mid to late afternoon tomorrow, rain showers are on the way. It'll get joined by more moisture from the south tomorrow evening. And again, some locally heavy rainfall is not out of the question tomorrow night. For tonight, though, increasing clouds and not as cool with low temperatures hanging out near 50. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth? All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. We will be waiting for it. Yes. And in the meantime, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Community Connector is going to restart Saturday service. And Searsport wants to open its harbor up to foreign cruise ships. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Make your waterfront even more fun and more functional than it already is with a Shoremaster premium dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, with standing docks, rolling docks, floating docks, and boat lifts for any watercraft. Shoremaster's nearly limitless customization options make it easy to create the perfect dock system for your needs. Take your shoreline to the next level with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
When the Davises booked their Verbo vacation home, they didn't know about this view. Or the 200-year-old tree in the backyard. Or their neighbors down the hill. But one thing they did know is exactly how much they'd pay. Because Verbo is different. You see the total price up front. Of course, it's good to leave room for some surprises.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I bought from Down East in 2022. My local Toyota dealer was charging $5,000 to $10,000 over MSRP, and Down East never charged more than MSRP. Every bit of my experience has felt honest and transparent and never once felt pushy. If you're in the market, consider giving them your business, even if it means traveling a little further. You won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Joe. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Here is where it must be left on the track.
Blow those rear tires off us, bud.
And now is when the future is written in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Don't miss $1 Million Music Night on Fox.
Tuesday kicks off with a new season of Beat Shazam featuring special guest host Nick Cannon.
Everybody ready?
Then, don't want to look like this? Then don't forget the lyrics.
Our milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Uh-oh.
$1 Million Music Night premieres Tuesday on Fox.
Homelessness in Maine has more than tripled. That is according to Maine Housing. New data from the agency shows that the number of people experiencing homelessness since 2020 rose by more than 3,000. From 2014 to 2020, the number of people experiencing homelessness in Maine was between 1,100 to 1,200 people. But last year, that number cleared 3,000, and this year it was more than 4,000.
The Community Connector will soon offer Saturday service once again after almost 1 year of suspension. A.J. Douglas spoke with the superintendent to learn how the transit plans to celebrate riders.
I really didn't think it would take us nearly a year to get back to Saturday service.
The Community Connector serves residents in Bangor, Brewer, Hamden, Veazey, Old Town, and the University of Maine, Orono. On June 18, 2022, leaders announced the end of Saturday rides. Bus Superintendent Lori Linscott says the company experienced a shortage of drivers and would later offer in-house entry-level CDL training.
They all had to do a pre-employment drug test, DOT physical, so there was some prerequisites to get into the class.
Kyle Thibodeau is a recent graduate of the in-house driver's courses offered. Thibodeau says he heard about the unique opportunity through Fresh Start Sober Living, an organization that operates sober living homes. The recovery program connected participants in partnership with the city of Bangor to sign up for the potential job opening.
I feel like I need to give back. I'm 3 years into recovery, and they talk about giving back, doing service work, and I like helping people. It feels great. It feels like I'm actually becoming accomplished and trying to start a career.
Community Connector plans to offer free rides all day June 3rd in celebration of Saturday services return. Riders are already anticipating having more accessibility through local transit service.
It's really going to be helpful to get from point A to B. Without a car, it's kind of hard in Maine.
Thibodeau shares a quick message for those in recovery working to re-enter the work field or are just in search of a fresh start.
Keep trying, ask for help, don't be afraid. A lot of people, that's where they fall short. They just don't want to ask, how did you do that, or what do I do?
In Bangor, AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Northeastern Forest Products Equipment Expo, also known as the Loggers Expo, kicked off the start of their two-day event at the Cross Insurance Center. The show features a mix of live demonstrations and static displays that show great promise for the future of the logging industry in Maine.
The industry is critical to Maine, and this is the opportunity for people to see what's going on with new equipment, what's the latest for production, what's coming in with new technologies, and how we can deploy that here in Maine and really across New England, because this isn't just a Maine show, it's the Northeast show.
The logging industry has faced major challenges in recent years. A study from the University of Maine found a 15% decline between 2014 and 2021 in the number of jobs in the logging industry. Eric Kingsley of the Maine Forest Products Council says events like this are a way to gain investments that are going to change the landscape of employment opportunities in that industry.
What you see here today is really a reflection of the opportunity going forward, because people are going to spend millions of dollars here, invest in equipment, and that's going to make them more productive, help them employ their people, and really support Maine's rural economy.
Kingsley says his team has started conducting research as well to find new markets and improvements within the industry. In case you missed it today, the Loggers Expo will be at the Cross Insurance Center again on Saturday. Doors open at 9 a.m.
The town of Searsport is looking to become the 5th port in Maine to welcome international vessels into its town wharf. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
There are only 4 ports statewide that allow foreign cruise ships: Portland, Rockland, Eastport, and Bar Harbor. Searsport is looking to become part of that group after its select board voted in favor of a proposal outlining how these ships would dock into the Hamilton Wharf.
Searsport's got a unique position. We have a lot to offer in the general area. It would benefit the region.
According to town manager James Gilway, this idea has been in the works for more than 15 years and has recently gained more traction after Cruise Maine reached out about having a vessel stop in the town for one day in October.
When you come off Hamilton Wharf, Bricks and Sticks is one of the first local restaurants you'll see in the area. Bricks and Sticks owner James Hutton said he would love the town of Searsport to allow international vessels to dock at the wharf.
I think it's a great idea. Ever since Bar Harbor, when did Bar Harbor start? Probably 10 years ago, I guess, 8-10 years ago. And then Belfast started coming, so we're probably the next stop in line. It's a deep water port. Plenty of room for the cruise ships to come, plenty of places for them to go.
While the town has received positive feedback from some of its residents, others think it would cause problems for the town.
I don't believe Searsport's big enough to sustain the influx of people, and I don't think it's a good idea for the city of Searsport.
Gilway says the town will submit an application to the Coast Guard to allow these vessels to come into the wharf, but an exact timeline is unclear.
It's a good test, but we have time before the next season.
In Searsport, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, negotiations remain stalled over the debt ceiling as lawmakers head into the weekend with the president in Japan for the G7 summit.
And two GOP presidential hopefuls are expected to officially throw their hats into the ring next week. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Comfort Shoes and More is your destination for all of your spring and summer footwear essentials. We have trained podorthists on site, and our friendly, caring, and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are fitted with the proper footwear that is perfect for you. We have Power Lace shoes, the self-lacing shoe activated by your body weight. Just step in and go. We have many new sandal styles from Hoka, Teva, Power Step, Stride, and more. Come visit Comfort Shoes and More in Newport to find the perfect shoes for you.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5, 2023 Motor Trend SUV of the Year. Lease an Ioniq 5 for $499 a month, including a $7,500 EV lease reward. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out on Fox.
Buckle up. It's going to be fun. What a play!
This is where MVPs are VIPs, and where aces always come in pairs. Saturday means it's showtime for Shohei and mealtime for Manny. All the swag, all the salt, and all the slams.
Swing and a drive! Are you kidding me?
The biggest games on the best day of the week. Fox Saturday Baseball all season long.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Negotiators on the debt ceiling resumed talks after hitting a snag on Friday. The pause dashed hopes there could be a deal in principle by the weekend. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
Debt ceiling negotiations are back on after a brief pause on Friday. Frustrations flared over a lack of progress, forcing top negotiators to temporarily take a back seat earlier in the day.
If they want to come into the room and think we're going to spend more money next year than the year we did this year, that's not right, and that's not going to happen.
But the White House argues the House Republican passed bill, which avoids cuts to defense spending, compromises other areas like education and cancer research.
The president is confident that there's a path forward. If both sides come in good faith, he believes that we can get this done.
Although there's still no deal, the White House is hopeful an agreement can be reached if both sides acknowledge neither is going to get everything at once. Flexibility now seen as key as the country hurls towards a June 1st deadline that has so far not budged. That's when the U.S. could run out of money to pay its bills.
We have never defaulted before. The last time we came close, we lost credit rating. Right. It had a direct impact on the economy and on working families when we came close to it.
Still, some hardliners say their parties should stick to their guns.
I don't think we should be negotiating in this country about whether we pay our past bills.
I like the Freedom Caucus plan. I don't think the Democrats realize how much the American people are suffering.
Speaker McCarthy said he needed a general agreement by the weekend to put the bill on the floor next week, but that goal is now in doubt. In Washington, Mala Rivera, Fox News.
Well, after dipping his toe in the water for months now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis appears ready to take the plunge and announce his run for the White House, perhaps as soon as next week. He'd be part of a growing GOP primary field looking to take on the frontrunner, former President Trump. Fox's Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
That's a big announcement. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I can't tip the hat.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speaking and acting like a presidential candidate in the early voting state of New Hampshire Friday, taking pictures, kissing babies, and talking policy.
It's easy to go out and take positions that are really popular at the time. It's harder to dig in and really cut against the grain.
DeSantis is on track to announce his bid for the White House next week so he can start raising money and raising his poll numbers. DeSantis runs a consistent second in most Republican primary polls, but trails former President Trump by 36 points in the Real Clear Politics average.
DeSantis is going to have to come out swinging here. You know, it's a long primary campaign. The problem is DeSantis looked really good. He faded heavily, but Tim Scott is coming in. And I think Tim Scott kind of brings a whole new dimension.
In fact, Senator Scott filed his paperwork to enter the race Friday with an expected announcement on Monday. While Scott has remained relentlessly positive, Democrats predict the GOP primary season could get ugly.
I'm looking forward to a bloody primary that has more and more people in it. I'd love to see more people get in because it's just going to make the race harder for all of them come the general election.
The first Republican debate is set for August. It's sure to be feisty, but still unclear frontrunner Donald Trump will appear. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani appeared in a Washington, D.C. court on Friday. The hearing was part of a lawsuit regarding election workers in Georgia during the 2020 election. Two women filed the suit in December 2021, accusing Giuliani of defamation by falsely stating they engaged in election fraud while counting ballots at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The women, Ruby Freeman and Wandrea Shea Moss, say they have suffered harassment in person and online since the accusation. Giuliani filed a motion last June to have the lawsuit dismissed, saying the claims against him were inadequately pleaded and barred by First Amendment free speech protections. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Montana TikTok ban is facing its first legal challenge already.
And in sports, Maine softball reflects on their Cinderella Conference tournament run and what it means for the future. That story coming up.
Let's roll! The major champions lay everything on the line to be crowned the best. The PBA Super Slam Cup, Sunday at 2 Eastern on Fox.
They've got the sharpest pencil in town. Now they just sit around that showroom figuring deals and whittling that old pencil down. They know that if you buy once, you're gonna be back. So instead of buying one, you're buying two, and that's a fact. They've got the sharpest pencil in town.
So come on down, neighbor. The coffee pot's on.
Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Healing Hands Massage offers a variety of different massage techniques and services. Healing Hands Massage also offers spa services such as facials, body scrubs, and paraffin wax for the hands and feet. Are you looking for a day of relaxation? Healing Hands Massage offers outstanding packages at reasonable rates. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
Buyer's Garage, where we work on more than just vehicles. We also sell VP racing fuel in 5-gallon pails and 54-gallon drums. But we don't stop there, as we also handle custom metal fabrication and earthwork too. We will repair your driveway and eliminate the imperfections to make it look like new. We can also clear land for your house lot and dig your new foundation. Buyer's Garage. Give us a call today at 745-7095. Approximately 50,000 kids like Brooke receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This new tournament will help all kids receiving care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that pediatric care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the event and how to donate, please visit northernlight.org/4kids.
Monday, June 5th, the Mars experiment begins.
12 celebrities embarking on daring missions.
Oh, God. In an out-of-this-world competition like you've never seen.
Are you here to help us with our mission today?
Will they survive? Will they thrive? Only one will make it to the end.
Stars on Mars, launching Monday, June 5th.
On Fox.
There's already a lawsuit challenging Montana's new bill banning TikTok from personal devices. It comes as other states weigh taking possible action against the platform. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos with the latest.
Montana's statewide ban on TikTok is facing its first legal challenge just hours after being signed into law. Several of the platform's creators argue the ban violates users' First Amendment rights by blocking downloads of the app on personal devices. According to TikTok, 200,000 individual users and 6,000 businesses use the platform in Montana.
We do not have any authority to come after individual TikTok users, nor do we want to. We're going after TikTok themselves.
Despite having more than 150 million monthly users in the U.S., TikTok is facing growing calls from lawmakers for a nationwide ban. Many are concerned the platform could leak data to the Chinese government through its parent company, ByteDance. Last year, President Biden signed a bill preventing federal employees from using the app on government-owned devices.
There's an ongoing review process right now that I can't get ahead of either to talk about the CFIUS review, to look at not only TikTok but other similar applications.
TikTok has denied any connections between the app and the Chinese state. Some folks say it should be up to the individual user to assess possible risks.
I don't like the sound of it just because it kind of goes against our rights.
I mean, I think it's not something a state should decide. I think TikTok is definitely a consumer platform.
If Montana's law survives the legal challenges, it would go into effect next January. Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
Author Salman Rushdie made his first public appearance since being stabbed 9 months ago. The Satanic Verses novelist says he was grateful to be at PEN America's annual gala celebrating literature in New York City. The nonprofit awarded Rushdie with a special Centenary Courage Award for his work championing freedom of expression. Rushdie thanked those who saved his life and condemned Florida's book bans.
The attack on books, the attack on teaching, the attack on libraries in, how can I put this, Florida, has never been more dangerous, never been more important to fight. So I accept this award, thank you very much, but I accept it primarily on behalf of those who came to my rescue and saved my life. I was the target that day, but they were the heroes. The courage that day was all theirs, all theirs.
Saturday Night Live producer Lorne Michaels and the imprisoned Iranian human rights activist Narges Mohammadi were also honored for their contributions to arts and expression Thursday night.
The National Umpire Association says umpires in youth baseball and softball leagues have been on the decline. The trend comes after videos spread online showing parents berating and even assaulting umpires and other parents. To combat the problem, one New Jersey town has devised a solution that puts the shoe on the other foot, or the mitt in this case. Fox's Jeff Flock has that story.
Here at the ball fields in Deptford Township, New Jersey, the Little League is governed by a code of conduct which says any acts of violence or unruly behavior toward the umpires won't be tolerated. You could be punished by up to a year's suspension. But here, as well as elsewhere around the country, that hasn't stopped parents from getting out of control. Take a look at some of the scenes at some local little leagues around the country. Yeah, parents accosting the umpires, taunting them, even getting physical, violent with them. That has led to the loss of about 20,000 umpires at the high school level, volunteer umpires. At Little League level, even more umpires lost. And so here in Deptford Township, what they did is said, yeah, we could suspend you for a year, or we'll let you be an umpire out there and see what it's like and what these guys have to deal with. The idea is Don Bazuffi's.
We're not going to lose any more umpires, and we had to put our foot down at some point. So we're going to give them the option, instead of being barred from our facility for a year, they can come out here, agree to, and complete 3 umpiring assignments so they could see what it's like out there.
Yeah. Since you've implemented this program, what's happened?
Everything's been good so far, and I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm hoping this is a deterrent, but you never know. Some people are going to test the waters. I don't know. But
you say most parents are good parents, setting a good example for their kids, but some people don't. And it seems to be increasing. What's that about?
It's like anything else in life. There's always a small percentage of people that are going to push the envelope, and I just don't know why they do it. Everybody seems to be entitled now. It's like I've said, it's the climate of our culture, and we're here to make it fun for them, and we're not going to let them put a monkey wrench into the gears.
I hear that. Don Bazuffi, thank you. Appreciate it. Trying to be a little more cordial out there at your sons and daughters' Little League games. We'll see if it works.
Definitely a really big issue, and man, just watching that footage it's tough to watch. You know, these umpires obviously have a love for the sport.
Yeah.
And the referees too, and you just hate to see that ruined, and their passion for that ruined by parents who can't control themselves.
Well, just on a basic human level, like you watch that footage, and on one hand, it's disturbing, it's upsetting. On the other hand, it's just straight up atrocious. And on what planet do you think it's okay to act like that?
Right.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're setting a horrible example for your children.
Right. And you should be there to support them and make them feel special. And it just
don't distract from why you're there, which is the sporting event itself. Alrighty, well, Jeff Weller is coming back with our full 5-day. Stay with us.
Mostly 50s and 60s out there today, but there are some 70s in the 5-day forecast. Also in there, some rain showers, locally heavy rain tomorrow night. Those details for you when I come back.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Down to the shore or up to the mountains. Before you can get there, you've got to get here. Your Ford dealer's Great American Sales Event with special Memorial Day deals. And now get your hands on select Ford SUVs with 1.9% financing for 72 months, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Drive home any of these Ford SUVs with 1.9% for 72 months. Hurry in for the best rate of the year.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Beat Shazam is back with guest host Nick Cannon and DJ Kelly Osbourne. Please come take this $1 million. Premieres Tuesday on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people. Let's talk about temperatures first. And here we are, 64 here in Bangor today, 55 only for Bar Harbor. That's below average. But Millinocket, looking at you, 70 earlier today with those warm temperatures up that way. Tomorrow, though, all of us are going to cool down a bit as more clouds are on the way and some moisture by late afternoon. Today, the wind out of the north around 10 to 15 miles per hour. There were a few gusts in there near 30 throughout the afternoon. This will actually stay with us tonight and then shift more out of the northwest tomorrow. So overall, it's going to be a bit breezy and windy, where we could see wind gusts overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow near 30 once again. And of course, that gives us a small craft advisory for wave heights out here approaching probably 8 feet by later tomorrow afternoon. So overall, kind of a bumpy ride that's going to be, right? Okay, for us though, weather-wise, we're talking rain showers. So that's the big story going forward. Yesterday was the cool temperatures. Today, an improvement. But tomorrow, basically high temperatures in the 60s, but with rain showers arriving probably later in the day. And then tomorrow night in the early parts of Sunday morning, that rain could turn locally heavy. All right, so out there today, again, lots of clear skies. There were some clouds, yes, but now the clouds are increasing as we speak. And by midday tomorrow, some showers at the west of us. And then by late afternoon, probably around 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So most of tomorrow is going to stay dry. We'll get some rain showers across our area. It's a pretty big system on the way. Here comes the moisture from the west. Here comes moisture from the south. They're going to combine over us tomorrow and give us a pretty good soaking rainfall tomorrow night into early parts of Sunday. Let's walk you through it. So here we are tonight looking at increasing clouds, right? For tomorrow morning, though, still just cloudy. Here's 10:30, lots of clouds around, no rain yet. But probably by late afternoon, here comes some more moisture. And any of this by 7:30 tomorrow, this could be heavy rainfall for several hours tomorrow night. That's going to push through into early parts of Sunday. It'll quickly get out of here by Sunday, say noon-ish, actually clearing skies behind it. But overall, that could give us a widespread 1 or 2 inch soaking rainfall across our area tomorrow night and early parts of Sunday. That looks like this on the map. So overall, there could be some minor flooding concerns tomorrow, as the rain could fall heavily tomorrow night into early parts of Sunday morning. Okay, our forecast for tonight, though, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. We'll call it increasing clouds tonight. Still breezy, low temperatures down near 50, with that south breeze around 10 to 15. For tomorrow, all right, so afternoon showers and a couple of thunderstorms in there, non-severe, but locally heavy rainfall about this time tomorrow evening into Sunday morning, with high temperatures near 64 throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows 64 tomorrow, 72 though for Sunday, with a good chance for rain in the morning, then clearing through the afternoon. Monday 65, 68 Tuesday, and that is a 71 with some sunshine next Wednesday. Beth?
It is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of the 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
punch
seriously.
right there,
Mm-hmm.
in a good way.
Yes, we
All
love
right.
that. All right, well, sports is coming up next with Tyler Cruz. Stay with us.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find a Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
It's mayhem at Hamlin's Marine. Join us Thursday, May 18th through Saturday, May 20th for a 3-location open house and boat sale in Waterville, Belfast, and Hamden. Hamlin's Marine is New England's largest Yamaha outboard dealer. Get the best pricing and service on Godfrey and Bennington pontoons, Weldcraft, Alumacraft, and G3 fishing boats. Surf and ski with Mastercraft Stingray and Hurricane. Cruise with Jeanneau, Scout, Carolina Skiff, and Sea Chaser. All powered by the reliability of Yamaha. Don't miss the mayhem at Hamlin's Marine, Waterville, Belfast, and Hamden.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start up in Orono and on the softball diamond. Despite not having the best regular season, Maine softball really turned it up a notch come playoff time. The Black Bears entered the tournament as the 6th and final seed, but still ended up making the Final Four and eliminating 3 teams. That's more than any other team in the tournament, and one of the biggest keys to their run were the seniors, stepping it up when it meant the most. Head coach Jordan Fitzpatrick says that the fact the clock was ticking gave them an extra boost.
That's when it really started hitting some of the seniors that this is it. And, I think it showed up in a lot of their play. I think for them, it was just like, leave it all out on the table. And that's what we kept, trying to tell them, like, this could be it. So, like, why not go out with a bang? And I think they embraced that.
It's always good to end the season on a high note, just like the Black Bears did, especially for the players that will return in 2024. Coach Fitzpatrick hopes that their run at the America East Crown not only shows the team what they're capable of, but serves as a building block for future success as well.
They don't want to go backwards. They want to start at that same starting point. And, if we can start where we ended this year, we're going to have a fantastic year next year. And I think for them, they saw all the hard work pay off for them. I think they're very much so motivated to, like I said, come back at a higher level instead of, from scratch, if you will.
All right, let's head down to Connecticut now, where the NAC champs Husson Baseball opened up NCAA Regionals Friday against the number 8 team in the nation, Wheaton College. Let's start bottom second here. Tommy Ambrosone up for the Lions. He lifts one into right center field. That's going to score Kaven Brady and Kevin Matos to make it 2-0 Wheaton. Bottom 6, Wheaton up still. Timmy Wagner at the dish, and he unloads on this one deep to left field, and that one leaves the park. And that solo home run puts the Lions up 6-0. The Eagles weren't going away, though. To the top of the 7th we go. Hunter Curtis up. He drills one. This goes into the left field corner, and Akira Warren charging around third to score. Eagles on the board. It's 8-1. Bottom of the frame we go. Ryan Rometta's pitch is going to get by. In comes Ambrosone from third to score. The Lions go on to win the game 11-3. Husson face Tufts tomorrow morning with their season on the line. And now let's go to Tufts, where Husson softball faces Cabrini in an elimination game on Friday. Bottom 1, Cabrini's Avery Burns up. She lays down the bunt. The throw to first is not in time, and Ariana Miranda scores. That's 1-0. Bottom 2, Kelsey Hooling at bat. Another bunt and another run for the Cavaliers. Caitlin Delaney comes in from third to score. That makes it 2-0 now. Bottom of the 6th now, Holly Smith, the pinch hitter. She nails one down the left field line. That gets down for a hit. Both Delaney and Hooling score. That makes it 4-0. And then Avery Burns had an RBI early, but she also had a complete game no-hitter on the mound. She strikes out Tori Exel here to end the game. That's her 15th K of the day. Cabrini wins 4-0. Husson heads home with a final record of 30-14-1. All right, let's stay on the diamond here. We will head back up to Orono, Maine in action in Game 2 of a 3-game series against Bryant. Bulldogs looking for revenge after Maine's walk-off win on Thursday afternoon. Picking it up in the first inning, Caleb Lees with 2 runners on. He gets Carmine Petoza looking to end the frame and escape the jam. The bottom of the frame we go. Jake Reynes hits a hard grounder to the right side. Look at the play here by Jake Gustin. Makes it look easy. Gets Reynes out at first. To the bottom of the 2nd we go. Connor Goodman is on third for Matt McElwain. And Gustin, he can't come up with the double play here. That's going to score Goodwin. And Maine is up 1-0 now. Same score. There's a runner on for Quinn McDaniel. He gets all of that pitch. That one is almost in the football field. Puts Maine up 3-0. That was all the help Caleb Lees would need. Here's McDaniel running the bases. That's his 12th homer of the season for the junior. And that is all the help Lees would need. He strikes out 7 in the victory. Maine wins 3-1. And finally, some boys lacrosse over at Husson. Lincoln Academy visiting John Bapst. First quarter, Nolan Gilbert for Lincoln Academy with it. Passes to Isaac Rich. He goes downstairs for the goal. That puts the Eagles up 1-0. Still in the first, Nick Archer in space. He gets it to Rich, who snipes it into the net off his back foot. 2-0 Lincoln now. Later on, Bapst would get going too. Here's Dylan Davis charging in, shooting from about 10 yards out, putting it in to make it 2-1. To the second quarter we go now. Gilbert is going to toss one doorstep. That goes off a Crusaders stick and into the stick of Archer. Great instincts as he scores to extend the Eagles' lead. Final score 9-4. That is all the time we have in sports. Be right back after the break.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Lease a Tucson for $249 a month or get 0% APR for 36 months or $750 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
I think this is it, guys.
When the Martins booked their Verbo vacation home, they really weren't looking for much. A patch of grass for Bruno, a pool for first-timers,
Don't worry, I've got you.
and time with each other. And when they needed support, someone was right there.
I got you.
Because what's unique about a Verbo is you can reach a real person in about a minute.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Recent college grads get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. Toyota, let's go places.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Bangor Brewer bowling lanes on Wilson Street in Brewer, featuring 24 lanes of candlepin bowling and a big arcade room where kids can win great prizes. Glow bowling on Saturday nights from 7 until closing. Bring your entire family of fun entertainment for all ages.
If you don't want to look like this, then don't forget the lyrics.
I love this show. A milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Something, something, something. I already know you don't feel confident with something, something, something.
Sing in the blanks and win a chance at $1 million. Niecy Nash hosts
Two things everybody loves, music and money.
Don't Forget the Lyrics. Premieres Tuesday, May 23rd after the premiere of Beat Shazam on Fox.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. Lease a Santa Fe for $249 a month or get 0% APR for 36 months or $750 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Where in America do the best cooks come from? 4 regions, 20 contestants. Sharpen your knives.
MasterChef United Tastes of America, May 24th on Fox.
When a person loses a limb, they can experience what's called phantom limb syndrome, where it feels like their missing part is still there. Now, new technology is showing positive results in helping amputees feel objects and their temperatures through their phantom limbs. Fox's Anita Vogel takes a closer look at how the technology could be combined with prosthetics to increase an amputee's quality of life.
Imagine holding an object and not being able to feel it. It's a reality for many people like Fabrizio Fidati, who lost his right hand during an accident several decades ago. But groundbreaking technology from researchers in Switzerland is helping Fidati and other amputees regain their sense of touch.
We could give people a better sense of embodiment of their hands and maybe even give them the possibility to feel their loved one in a much more natural way.
In a trial involving 27 amputees, scientists took thermal electrodes and placed them on the skin of the participant's remaining limb. Another sensor was used to touch objects with varying temperatures.
Now I feel the heat. First it starts on the skin, then it goes inside the phantom hand.
17 of the participants said they could feel the difference in temperature from the sensor touching the object through their missing or phantom limb. Phantom limb syndrome is the effect when a person feels like their missing body part is still attached to them.
The sensation was like I had rediscovered the feeling on my phantom hand.
Besides feeling hot and cold, the technology allowed participants to also distinguish the feelings between plastic, glass, and even copper through their phantom limb. Researchers say the technology can be incorporated into a person's prosthetic hand so they can feel what they touch with it. Anita Vogel, Fox News.
Some incredible research taking place there. Well, finally tonight, a fundraiser this Sunday will support children with intellectual disabilities. The Courageous Steps Project is a nonprofit that provides services and materials to help those children reach their highest potential. But they can't do it without funding, and that's why they're holding the 10th annual Walk and Run this Sunday. All the proceeds will help the organization continue its work.
The event brings together our community, our local schools, our businesses, families, as well, just for a great fundraising community event where proceeds stay local and benefit children and young adults with various abilities and challenges.
The Walk and Run is only a mile long and will take place Sunday at noon at Old Town High School. Participants will receive T-shirts while supplies last. There will also be a number of fun games available. For more information, you can visit the Courageous Steps Project page on Facebook. Definitely very welcoming project, or a welcoming fundraiser there. Love that it's just a mile long, so really anyone can participate.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
And you're just hoping Mother Nature cooperates.
Indeed, yeah.
All righty, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everybody here at Fox 22, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.